Hey guys, welcome to day 33 of my carnivore journey. And for all of you new people, thank you and welcome. Welcome to my diary, where here I share my daily adventures of carnivore, basically like what I eat, how I felt, and of course, some of my inner deep thoughts that sometimes don't always get said out loud. I like to share every detail with you guys. And today is no exception. So today, as you probably have seen by the title, carnivore, it is hard. Okay, so there is two meanings to this title. So, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, listen up. So I'm going to be talking about some sensitive topic on the back half of the show, or the back part of the show. The first part, we're going to get into what I ate, how I felt. That's going to be universal. The back half, it's whether you choose to stay or not. We're going to be talking about the hard part of carnivore, okay? And what I mean by that is we're going to be talking about some guy stuff, okay? So if you know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm laying down, right? And ladies, you're welcome to stay if you want to learn more. Maybe you have a significant other that is also on carnivore, or maybe you would like this person on carnivore. But we're going to be talking a little bit about that. So let's get into the universal part. So folks, again, this is day 33. I got to tell you, I woke up. It's been very dreary here these last, 3-4 days, with just cloudy weather. But getting out of bed and getting going, I've done really well. Like my energy level, and like today, even after working my day job, working, climbing up and down stairs and hillsides and things like that. And when I got home, I actually caught myself. I actually ran up half the stairs from my lower level to my main level. I ran half the way, and I never really do that. Normally I'm kind of holding the guardrail or the handrail, the guardrail. I'm normally kind of holding the handrail and just sort of, making my way up the stairs. This time I actually kind of picked it up and started putting a little jog into it. I was like, did I just do that? So the energy is there. Now focus. I want to cover that real quick. So one thing I have noticed, now I know a lot of people say that there's everything lifts, right, and you can focus better. I think that's true to a degree for sure. And the ways I've noticed it more is when I'm at my job. I have to do. It's hard to explain, but basically there's two apps that I have to bounce between. So the one app I'm doing, and I have to get information off of another app. So I have to go back and forth, and so name and account numbers and things like that. So what I've noticed is normally before I was always like, okay, what's the name and account number? And then I would go and I'd try to remember that. And I kept going back multiple times. I'd be like, oh God, what was the name again? Okay. I go back. Oh my God, what was the last name again? I used to just keep going back and forth quite often. This time lately, I've been noticing I'll look at the account number, and I'll go in, I'll start entering the account number, and then I'll be like, okay, the name. Oh yeah, the name, and I'll remember the name, and I'll just be like, I'll put it in. I'm rarely bouncing back and forth near as much as I used to, and that's been pretty consistent. So I'm just pointing that out there. Again, my leg, for those of you keeping up with that, again, I'm gonna reveal that at the end of the 90 days. But it looks like it's been healing even more. Again, just energy wise, I'm not sleeping anymore. I'm not getting any more extra hours of sleep. It's just when I sleep, it's just been solid. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know I was just talking about this not that long ago, but I'm actually considering getting up at 8:30, 9 o'clock and working out and doing P90X. I hate to say it, but I've been feeling pretty good here yesterday and even today. And I'm like, I probably could. If I'm going to keep getting this type of sleep and energy, I may just start putting it to some good use, and I may start working out. So there's that. I don't think I had any poops today, so no poops, which is fine. I haven't need to now. As far as dinner goes, dinner, what you see on the plate is not exactly all I had. So just to let you know, there's actually a second half of that. So what you see on the plate is a half pound of meat. So I made these basically like half. So what I did was, if you guys remember yesterday, I had like not yesterday. Yesterday was the chicken Alfredo. Before that, when I had the like the Salisbury steak, right? So basically, it's like a little bit of a meatloaf. It's like I took a pound of burger. It's 80-20 ground chuck. I took a pound of that, and I threw an egg in there. I threw some about a half a cup of pork rind crumbs, like pork rinds that are ground up in almost like breadcrumbs. I threw that in there. You know, a good amount of salt, like the pink salt, and I actually added just a tablespoon of chili powder and a tablespoon of a tablespoon of chili powder, but I added like a dash of garlic, and I decided, you know what, I've already added garlic into a few meals. I've been fine. I'm going to add chili powder because I know like I've been able to handle the hot sauces and feel amazing still. So, and so it kind of turned into almost like a taco meat. Of course, when I made it into the burgers, and I added some more salt on top, and then seared, just cooked them on the stove, seared each side, and added some butter on top, some non-salted butter actually, on top of the burgers, and let them melt while I was cooking. So they also got buttered while I was cooking them, and I let them rest for like 5 minutes. And man, I got to tell you, I wolfed them down. Like that's the first time I polished off a full pound of meat in a while. So I'm just saying that's a good way to go. I feel, and I was full, and then, well, no, I actually ate the whole thing, and I'm like, I'm not full. Like I could probably eat more. So I actually microwaved up like 4 pieces of bacon, and ate the bacon, and I was good. So the bacon topped me off, and of course I do got my coffee, and I went ahead and I added some heavy cream, guys. I did the coffee without the cream for a little bit this week, but I got to have my cream in there now. I've gotten that's like my one little treat is coffee with cream. And I know some long-term carnivores that still do that. So that's kind of like my one treat is like that coffee with heavy cream. Now I can drink it black, but man, that heavy cream in that coffee has been really good. Oh, and as an extra note as well, I did have a couple of these sausages. This is what I got for Christmas, if some of you might remember, and I have a few of these little sausages whenever I do get hungry. And I did have a couple. I almost forgot, so that's why I had to throw that in here. So, okay, so now that we kind of got through poop, how I feel, and all that good stuff, now this is your chance, ladies, if you want to go ahead and leave the video. We're going to talk about some guy stuff, or if you have some things. So, guys, right, are you with me still? All right, so guys, let me tell you something. I've noticed a lot more activity going on down there. Okay, somebody's waking up a lot more. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so if you want your soldier at attention a lot more, I'm telling you, I don't know if this has been documented at all, but they say that 1 out of 3 men or something like that will end up with some kind of erectile dysfunction. Well, I've never been diagnosed with it, and I don't tend to have that problem. I'm just trying to talk, person to person here. So you guys know me. I'm going to share. All right. So, but I got to admit, like being overweight, being morbidly obese, and not a lot of activities going on down there, and it's not. Seems to be a lot more in a slumber. Okay, let's just put it that way. Now, I'm not saying it's always that way, but it's been, kind of, a little bit of a coma or something, I guess. But no, but I'm just telling you, lately, ever since I started this in the last few weeks, especially, Yeah, my soldier's been waking up, been on duty. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just telling you, if that's something that you are concerned with, or that you're wondering about, um, guys, let me tell you, there's just more activity happening now, and more feelings stirring around, and things like that. So who knows? Maybe this new year, there'll be I'll find a I'll be able to, put that to work. I don't know. Anyways, so guys, I just wanted to share that with you because you know me. I want to share everything with you. I don't want to hold back anything. Am I still getting cravings for stuff? Absolutely. And I'm sorry to say it. I mean, I know some of the carnivore people, they're going to be like, hey, a month in, you're not going to have cravings. I still desire that food. But remember, I'm in a divided household. Okay. So I live with people that still eat junk food. They still eat sugar. They still eat carbs. I made them homemade mac and cheese with ham and green beans. I didn't actually even have the ham. Of course, the mac and cheese I didn't have. And of course the green beans. So I couldn't have any of their dinner. I will take it back. Actually, I did have about this big size of a piece of ham, and it was pretty fatty. And I kind of picked that piece, and I was like, "Hey, it's kind of a fatty piece." And I ate it. It was like, one of those hams where it was already kind of pre-cooked. So so I did have one piece of ham. I will say that. But other than that, guys, I'm telling you, I've been feeling pretty good. And I'm telling you, carnivore diet. And to go back to the original point, it's not just about downstairs, okay? But carnivore is, it is tough. Okay, I don't want to say hard because I'm like in the sophomore, teenage like mentality still. Like I don't care how old I get, I'm still going to be immature. I'm sorry, balls. I can't help it. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, but carnivore is tough. So. But guys, that's all I really had tonight. I just wanted to really cover that subject. Again, I do have some more videos coming out where I am going to be talking about. They're not going to be like the daily vlogs. I've got a few other little videos that I'm kind of trying to work on for some people that requested it. So in any case, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow for day 33. Or I'm sorry. Day 34. Man, time flies. But guess what? New Year's Eve is coming up, New Year's, and I can't wait because I am going to weigh in. Now, I'm expecting my weight to stall. Like I'm not stressed about the weight part of it. I'm just going to keep on trucking, and we're going to see where everything goes. That way we can kind of track the stall points and things like that. And you guys know what I ate, so you can kind of see where I'm at, stall points, all that. So, all right, guys. Ooh. A little bit of a dinner. I just ate dinner a little bit ago. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, day 34.